Welcome to my first ever video, and it was gonna be about this because I wanted to do this to my hair so badly and kind of did it like without really thinking. Thankfully, my situation came out amazing and unbelievable, but a lot of the research that I tried to do for my own self and like for what I was looking for with like my type, like with my hair type, was so difficult. I watched so many videos and kind of went through so many different things, like trying to figure out, is it even gonna look good on me? Is this right? Is my hair gonna fall out? So excuse me. Anyways, so I really wanted to make this video to be kind of informative and helpful for anyone that's trying to do something like this that was like similar to me in my situation. So I am Latina, so I have really thick, dark hair, and I always thought being blonde was literally like never gonna happen, never gonna lift up to that color. And before that, I never did anything to my hair. It was just always like natural, like brown, and that's kind of it. I also never really even styled my hair before then. It was so basic with my hair, and I still am. And I always part it. I keep that middle part going for me. Like that's kind of my look. So it was really obviously a process for me to go from like normal, never doing anything with my hair, to going platinum. So I discovered some things that I kind of wish I knew about before going into it. I mean, obviously I'm fine. I have zero regrets about my hair. There is zero, so that's pros. But there are some things that I kind of wish were more like explicitly said in videos, because I think a lot of these things are like people just assume that you may know them or may be familiar that this might happen. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start with, I think I'm gonna talk about like the things that I wish I knew, or kind of like things that will happen, and I'm gonna talk about like my personal experience too. And disclaimer, I just want to say I am obviously no professional or like hairstylist, or like I do not know anything. This is solely just what happened to me and my experience with it. First things first, this is not, you will not accomplish platinum hair if you have dark brown hair like one session. Like that's not a reality. It's gonna take at least a couple visits to the salon. Me, it only took 2 times, thankfully. Lifted unbelievably, not expecting that. When I did my consultation, like they said that it might take a couple times, and I was like, cool, like I'm fine with that, because if you just go ahead and do like one full out extreme bleach out, it's going to damage your hair a ton. So what I did is I went in and I got my hair done once. It was still like dark and like shadowy, like especially down at the ends of my hair. There was my hairstylist told me there's a lot of like mineral buildup or something going on with the ends of my hair lightening up. The second time I went in, of course, like she took care of that. And you can't really, I mean, the lighting in here is kind of weird, so you can't really, like, it matches pretty in well with my hair. I obviously wanted my hair to be like all close to one tone, or tone. I didn't want like balayage or anything like that. I wanted to be a full platinum woman here, so want to achieve that, your hair being all like one tone. It's going to take a couple times for you to go in and get it done to how you want it. And another thing too is I had to wait like about 1 month in between my sessions, because you obviously need your hair to rest and like recuperate from being bleached out. So you know, gotta wait for that. And then the second part that comes with the having to wait like a while, to it not coming quick, obviously comes with it being very expensive. This is not something that you're also going to be able to pay for once. You're gonna do multiple visits, so it's gonna cost more. And then if you have like a black hair like I do, you're gonna have to get your roots touched up every now and then. Obviously it's like a little bit more in style to have your roots grow out like a little bit, and I don't really know where I'm gonna go from like here. I think I might let it grow out a little bit, maybe touch up my roots for a year. I have no idea, but that got super expensive the first time you're gonna go in. It's obviously gonna cost like the most, just cost the most the first time you visit. And then apart from paying for the service, it's also gonna come from the products that you're gonna have to use for your hair now, because now you're not gonna be able to use like the same old regular products. You're gonna have to get like a special leave-in conditioner, like conditioner treatments, like regular conditioners in the shower, a special shampoo, like very natural shampoo. You want to stay away from sulfates. That absolutely like ruins your hair. It just makes it yellowy. is not good. It makes it super dry, so stay away from sulfates. And you want to get a really good purple shampoo, maybe even a purple conditioner. I started out with a magenta shampoo. It's like a purpley reddy kind of shampoo, and it leaves such an amazing tone for the hair. But that was also like really expensive as well, so like all the products you're gonna have to use and the salon visits, it's really gonna add up. I'm just gonna say right now, like for me to like reach the point I am now with 2 salon visits and all the products that I've gotten, I've spent like at least like $500. Like you are probably gonna go on like over that or maybe like below that, but it is going to be very expensive. I think my first visit was like around $300, but obviously after your first visit it's going to become a lot more easier to work with. Anyways, the next thing I want to talk about is do your research on your hairstylist. The hairstylist I went to knew exactly what she was doing. Something that I really appreciate is she does not use heat when lightening hair. So I was in the salon for about like 8 hours like getting this done, and my hair like came out with like the most minimal like damage it could possibly incur, because obviously bleach is super like stripping and like does a bunch of bad things for the hair. But you need to do your research and get the best hairstylist. Make sure this hairstylist has worked with people with like your kind of hair texture, your hair color. Like I said, I have like thick dark brown hair, like as dark as my eyebrows, and I am like Latina, so I wasn't sure if I went to like American hairstylist if she was gonna like be able to work with what I had or not. So that's kind of nerve-wracking, because most of the people that kind of can do like the platinum blonde easily already have like dirty blonde hair as well. So that's why I say that. And then again, after your first visit, because I went in and I wanted to get like a platinum like gray look, and it lasted for a little bit, but as soon as I started using my regular shampoo that had like sulfates and like all those other chemicals, it like completely stripped away like the toner, and it made my hair so yellowy. It was so horrible. So definitely you absolutely need purple shampoo. I don't care if you're using the one with like the full-on sulfate and you're frying or you're drying your hair out, but please, the purple shampoo is life-changing in maintaining the color that you want. And you can even like achieve it yourself by like doing more, putting in less, leaving it in longer, so you get like a little bit more freedom with choosing that on your own. And then so now I'm going to talk about how your hair is going to feel after you get it bleached. A lot of videos kind of talked about this, but they never really got into like super detail. But basically, when you bleach out your hair, it becomes a lot more porous, so that makes it like absorb water more. So when I take a shower now, it literally takes like an entire day of air drying. If I don't blow dry my hair, it remains wet for so long. It's absolutely crazy. Like my hair really turned into a sponge, and even beforehand it would take forever to dry. I especially had a lot of hair like on the crown of my head, and it would just absolutely take years and years for it to dry as soon as I got out of the shower. And I noticed that, and I like googled it, and I was like, what the heck, like your hair really actually does take forever to dry. Like it's just so damaged, and like water really gets like up in there. Another thing too is depending on like how thin your hair is. My hair is like pretty thick everywhere except for about like the like around my like neck area, like the base of my head. This hair came out looking like ramen, like super curly. I got a perm essentially because the bleach somehow does some type of crazy altering to your hair to make it look like it's curly or something like that. And if I don't blow dry my hair, the hair in the back of my head is literally like looks like this essentially. I can't stand it, and it's only there, and I just think it's because it was my weakest hair. But you do have that like risk of your hair getting like a little permy or like a little wavy in some spots, but it's obviously not that big of a deal. So a lot of videos talk about is your hair is probably gonna break off or like fall off like where you bleach it, like especially like on those like literally from your scalp, it was just gonna fall off in patches. And before I even got my hair done, like before just me naturally with my hair that I never style or do anything to, I would just have like a ton of like this anyways. Like I would have it so bad, I would just get all, you know, like regular hair gel, and I would just like gel my hair down because like hairspray wasn't doing it. And then I don't know, it kind of like depends if my hair is frizzy or not and you can't see them. But anyways, once I got my hair done, I realized I kind of notice it a little bit more once my hair is like super dry or like super frizzy. But I haven't noticed like a lot of hair falling out. Like when I take a shower, like a normal amount of hair comes out. Like when it comes to like my hair falling from my scalp, that never happened. I guess maybe like a little bit. It's hard to really tell for sure because I don't count my hairs, but it wasn't that bad for me, so that was really good. And then the other part too that comes with that is your hair does get a lot more brittle. The hair around my face is a little bit more thin, so I noticed pre-bleaching my hair I could pull my hair like this and I'd end up with like a bunch of like little like split ends that I literally would just break off my hair so easily. And now the same thing happens, and I think it's like a little worse now. Like my split ends are definitely bad, like really bad. But I have like pretty long hair, and I've always had long hair, and I don't care if it does get like really split endy or whatever. I just really want to maintain my length, so I opted to get like the most minimal amount cut by my hairstylist. Like the first time I bleached it out, I was cool with getting like, you know, like this much off. And the second time I went in, she really really lightly snipped off like some, and I really appreciate her for like doing that, because I know, you know, it's probably a lot more healthier to cut off like a good amount every time you bleach your hair, but I just really want the length still. So if you do have long hair, you know, you can expect that you might need to cut it a little bit, otherwise you will see like crazy like split ends. And I had those even before I bleached my hair, so there's that. And another thing too, and this was one thing that I didn't see anyone talk about, which I thought was kind of weird. And when I mentioned it to my friends, like they were all like, I have a friend who decided he wanted to like bleach out his whole hair for like a moment, but it didn't last very long. And he was telling me, yeah, when they bleach your scalp, it's literally a chemical like burn essentially, and your scalp is gonna hurt for a while afterwards. The first day I got my hair done, I didn't feel anything. Like when they do put the bleach on, it kind of stings a little bit. It can be like a little itchy. The next day and like the next couple of days after that, I felt like my scalp was like swollen. Like it hurt so bad. When I tried taking a shower for the first time, like moving my hair around my head hurt so bad. Like my scalp was so sensitive. And then this is kind of where it gets a little gross, but my scalp began to peel from the bleach. So that was really an intense experience. It was really painful. I'd itch it and like it'd peel, and I'd go in to take a shower, and that spot or like the spots around my head would just hurt so bad. So I don't even think this did anything, but they said like, I like googled remedies and people are like, put milk in your hair, like put coconut oil, like do all these other things. And honestly, I think the best way to just deal with it is probably take like an Advil or something. Like I'm pretty sure none of the, like putting the milk in my hair didn't do anything for me except make it dirtier for me to have to wash again and have to go through painfully like moving my hair around. But once a couple days went by afterwards, it stopped hurting, but it like actually painful though. Like from a 1 to a 10, I'd say it was probably 7. Like it was painful. Not with my friends, like one of the nights it was like hurt the whole time. I was just complaining and just like holding my scalp because it just hurt so bad. So there's that too. And then another thing that I have to do now is once you bleach your hair out is you literally need to condition it every single time you take a shower. You need to condition it, otherwise it will just get so dry. And then again, like avoid all the sulfates. But anyways, those are all like things that I kind of wish, I mean, people like explained a little bit more, like really talked about. And another thing too that I do not want to forget is the first, I mean, even now still, your hair completely changes in like texture and like feel. And I guess like right now it doesn't feel any more different than my old hair. Like my hair before was never soft, or like it was never really like, I don't know, it was never really like anything special. And now it might be a little dry, but I condition it so much. It feels just like how my old hair did, except when I take a shower, it's so undescribable to explain what it feels like washing your hair. It's really hard to like wiggle your fingers like throughout your scalp your hair doesn't like lather with the soap anymore. And I don't know if that's like me getting a new shampoo or the texture, but it's so much more harder to wash your hair. Like my hands get so tired because it's difficult to work in. Like I do not know, because I don't know the science behind it, but hair washing actually takes forever and it's kind of hard. And I really try to take showers as few as possible, obviously, you know, get my hair back into health, because washing it just like strips it, and then every time I wash it I always blow dry it, so it kind of damages it out a little bit every time. But I'm gonna talk a little bit about my experience at I saw a picture on Instagram of this girl with pink hair, and I was just like, I've always wanted colored hair, but I obviously never thought I'd be able to. My hair is so freaking dark. I never thought I'd be light enough pastel color in there, so I called a nearby salon that I knew, very reputable, like very unbelievable work, very trustworthy, and I called them up. And I expected, another thing too is you're trying to go to like a really good salon, like expect your appointment to be out like a month or two in advance, because they're gonna be so fully booked. And especially if you're going platinum, it's like such a time consuming thing, so they probably have to book an entire day for you. So I called them and they're like, yeah, we have an opening like in a month for now, or we just got an opening like a couple days if you want to do that. And I didn't really think about dyeing my hair all that much. Do it, like, all right. I kind of did a little bit of research to see what to expect, and I found inspirational photos and stuff like that to show my hairstylist, so she had an idea of what I was trying to accomplish. Really communicated with her, like, I am not leaving here with yellow hair. I do not care how deep fried my hair needs to be, but I cannot leave here with yellow hair. Like, that was my number one thing. I just did not want yellow hair. Like, that is absolutely my worst nightmare. I just did not want that to happen to me. So you just have to be really like explicit and like straightforward with that. And she completely took care of me. So I think I mentioned this already, but she did not use any heat throughout the entire process of my hair. So it was about 8 hours long. She bleached it out, I think 3 times, and then bleached out my scalp once. And then after that, she went ahead and toned it, so it looked like, it looked so good. It looked so gray and like platinum. Like, honestly, I thought I was like, it looked like I was wearing a wig, because it was so crazy, from like so dark to such an like an amazing color from like the first visit. And then she went ahead and gave me like some root shadow. I have some in right now too, because I just got my hair done, but it's basically where they just kind of color in your roots with like a little darker color, not as dark as natural hair color, but like a little dark enough so it looks like your hair is growing out naturally. Like, was all about that. So the second time I went to go get my hair done, my schedule was kind of like really messed up, and then my schedule was really messed up, so I ended up just getting my hair done the same day I was having like my birthday party. So I told my stylist, like, I don't have that much time to like spend, like, I'm gonna do the root shadow like on my hair part, like that's fine, I don't care about the rest of my hair, because it's gonna grow out anyways. And the root shadow helps, especially like the first time. Otherwise you're gonna look like you're gonna feel like you're crazy. Like, it's such a dramatic change if you've never done it before. So shadow really like helps you feel like more natural, more, I don't know, like less intense. But I don't really have it any on like the side of my head. And at first I was like, oh my god, crazy. My hair's this color and I definitely love it so much. This is definitely where I'm gonna stay. And if I do anything, it'll probably like just be a touch up on my roots or something like that. But I also really want to get pink hair, so I think I might make that happen, but we'll see. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it this far, I'll do my first ever video. Hopefully I'll make another video. Who knows, maybe this will be the only video I ever make. I don't really know how to do outros or intros, so hopefully this isn't too weird. But thank you again so much for watching, and totally let me know if you have any more questions or anything else you want to know about.